Assalamu alaikum, welcome to Discover Exclusive, and this is your host Amber Qureshi. Pakistan and Kazakhstan has 30 years of bilateral trade and economic relationships. Both countries are now trying to invest in tourism, and today I feel really proud to interview His Excellency Yerzhan Kistafin, Ambassador of the Republic of Kazakhstan to Pakistan. So let's welcome him to the show and talk about some initiatives specifically in tourism which we can take together. So welcome to the show.
Assalamu alaikum, thank you for having me.
Wa alaikum assalam. First, tell me about yourself. For how long you have been staying here in Pakistan?
So I arrived in the middle of June last year in a beautiful country. This is 1 year as I'm here in Pakistan, and it's a great honor for me to represent Kazakhstan in such a beautiful country as Pakistan.
That's really great, and thank you so much for your kind words. Now tell me, I'm sure in your stay you have visited many tourist places in Pakistan. So if I ask you which one is your favorite, would you like to tell me?
Definitely Gilgit-Baltistan.
Wow, Gilgit-Baltistan. So any specific place in Gilgit-Baltistan?
You know, we visited Hunza. In May, we had a delegation of business people from Kazakhstan. We traveled from Islamabad to Lahore, and from Lahore to, not Hunza, Skardu, sorry. Skardu, yeah, it's a beautiful place.
Yes, Skardu indeed is a beautiful place. And your country is also very beautiful, specifically when it comes to tourism, and I've heard that you're also trying to improve tourism in your country. So any specific places would you like to tell to Pakistani people if they want to go to Kazakhstan for tourism?
Definitely, I would recommend to visit first of all Almaty. Almaty was recognized several times as one of the best cities in the region, not only in Kazakhstan. I would also recommend to visit a new face of Central Asia, our youngest capital in the world, Nur Sultan. Near to Nur Sultan, we have a beautiful resort called Burabai. If you want to, to discover our history, I would recommend to visit Turkestan. Turkestan is located in the southern part of our country. It is actually considered as a cradle of nomadic Turkic civilization. So I believe that these are the cities a must to visit if you are traveling to Kazakhstan.
That is great, and obviously in Pakistan we have also some very amazing historical places, and we have a rich culture and history which I think we share somehow. So what do you suggest to your people to come here in Pakistan and visit those places?
Definitely, of course, Lahore. Lahore is a spiritual, capital of your great country. It's a historical center. Whenever I visit, on regular basis, I visit Lahore. Whenever I visit Lahore, I always go to Bachahi Mosque. And when I'm in Bachahi Mosque, I see and I feel these historical bonds that we enjoy between our two nations.
That is so great, and I'm sure if you visited Badshahi Mosque, you must have visited that food street which is very near to Badshahi Mosque. So let's talk about food. Do you enjoy Pakistani food?
Yes, it's a bit spicy for us, but still it's, by the way, in terms of our cuisine, we have a lot of things in common. Pulao, samosa, naan, so I mean, again, we have some commonalities.
Yes, that is really amazing. So what would you suggest to your people that if they are coming here, that specific dish they must try?
Definitely biryani.
Biryani.
Definitely.
But biryani is quite spicy.
A bit, but still.
But still, that's great. And what is your cuisine you tell to Pakistani people that we should go and try?
The thing is that Kazakhs are meat lovers. And we have a joke that wolves are on the second place in the world in meat eating, and Kazakhstan the first place. So I mean that we eat a lot of meat, and our national dish called bishparmak mainly comprises of meat, oil, and dal.
And that what is
onion and potato.
That's great. So let's talk about tourism.
Yes.
You are also trying to improve tourism in your country, and so we are here in Pakistan trying to improve tourism. So what do you suggest? What should be the key points where to invest specifically in tourism?
Of course, well-developed infrastructure.
Yes.
When tourists come, they can enjoy nature, they can enjoy everything, they can enjoy beautiful places. But if the infrastructure is not well developed, I mean highways, hotels and other things, I think it will not create as good impression as it could be. And in this term, I believe that we have some common challenges, Kazakhstan and Pakistan.
Yes.
Moreover, I believe in terms of our bilateral cooperation, tourism is another very promising area for developing our interaction. And in my humble opinion, tourism can help us in terms of filling the gap, in terms of raising awareness of our people about the beauty of our nature in both countries. And that's why For example, last November we organized for the first time online session between PTDC, Pakistan Tourism Development Corporation, and our national company called Kazakh Tourism. Just last week we organized another session between our associations of tour operators. So what we're trying to do, we want to establish direct interaction between our tour operators. They know the things, they know what to do, and moreover, I'm happy to tell you that inshallah, hopefully in September, we will relaunch direct flights between our countries.
That is really great.
So it is another very big step forward, and we believe that direct flights will help us to boost B2B, people-to-people whatsoever.
That is really great. So Discover Pakistan is also initiating a tourism exchange program where we can invite the tourists from your country maybe, or our country tourists can go to your country.
You are more than welcome.
How do you think such initiatives can help tourism?
Definitely it can help. You know, the thing is that I always say that when it comes to developing cooperation, for example, between our countries, we should engage the media communities of both countries as much as we can. Because you are the main people who can deliver this message, who can deliver information, who can spread this information about neighboring countries. That Kazakhstan is not something very far from you. It's about we just have to cross the mountains and we are in Kazakhstan. Nowadays, for example, we have to travel via Dubai, Istanbul. If we had direct flights, it would take, let's say, 2.5 hours maximum. So I mean, it's not that far. It's something equal to the distance between Islamabad and Karachi.
Wow.
So I mean, we are very close to each other.
Yes, we are, and definitely when people would go there and people would come here, so the gap would, fulfill much.
Fully agree with you. Fully agree with you.
So if I ask you that if you would like to go into such initiatives with Discover Pakistan or with Pakistan to improve tourism, to improve infrastructure, would you like to go further to develop those?
Definitely, you have my full support. I'm always supportive of such kind of initiatives, and if you're willing to visit our country, you are more than welcome.
That is
we
so
will
great.
Provide all our assistance.
That is so great. So as we're talking about business here, and you are here for the conference on Road and Belt Initiative, which is a Chinese initiative, and it incorporates many of the countries. So how do you think such initiatives can improve the trade and business for both, or maybe all of the countries? And specifically, we are in good trade and bilateral relationships with your country. So how do you think such initiatives can help each other grow?
You know, such initiatives are of utmost importance. Nowadays, regional connectivity is the name of the game. If we want to develop cooperation, for example, bilateral trade between Kazakhstan and Pakistan, to deliver our goods, we have to cross at least 2 countries in the region. So I mean that without creating friendly environment, favorable conditions in the region, at the regional level, it will be difficult to develop cooperation between our countries. And moreover, when it comes to our region, definitely we should involve our brothers from Afghanistan. Afghanistan can serve as another regional transit hub. It is very important to understand that we are, parts of one region, and we should understand and we should develop a regional responsibility of our countries. Only that way we will be able to survive, only that way we will be able finally to make our region competitive on the international markets. This is extremely important.
Yes, and now as you always say that this is the world of regional improvisation. I mean, if we invest in the region overall, then only then we can maybe get more successful. So if we are talking about trade initiatives, what trade initiatives we can have, like maybe what you can have from Pakistan and we can have from your country, all the important exports?
So, for example, Pakistan desperately needs energy resources. Kazakhstan, mashallah, is rich of oil, gas, uranium, coal, so on and so forth. I'll give you another example. In November, for the first time, we organized Kazakhstan-Pakistan Business Forum in Almaty. About 35 people from Pakistan came to participate in this event. Many of them visited my country for the first time. As they say, it was kind of eye-opener for them. Finally, they understood the real potential that they have in terms of developing economic cooperation between our countries. Last May, we organized a single country exhibition, Made in Pakistan 2022 in Almaty. And this time we had more than 130 people. I see that the interest is growing. The awareness of our business communities about the business opportunities, investment projects that we might develop in terms of our bilateral cooperation is growing. And frankly speaking, almost on daily basis, I receive different requests from the business community to visit their facilities, to have negotiations on establishing collaboration between our country. Just yesterday, I visited one facility here in Lahore. I was invited by one company, Stitch and Style, to visit their facilities and to discuss possible prospects for developing cooperation. So, after 1 year spending in your beautiful country, I see that there is a great potential to develop our collaboration. For example, our president said that we need to develop our textile industry.
Yes.
And in this term, it's well known that Pakistan has one of the best experience in the world, one of the best quality. Our president said that we need to develop our pharmaceutical industry. And again, Pakistan has one of the best pharmaceutical industry in the world. Our president said that our agriculture can serve as another driving force for our economic development.
Yes.
And again, Pakistan has a great experience. So I mean that whenever our president tasks our government to develop, certain areas of our economy, I see that in this term our cooperation with Pakistan could be extremely instrumental. And vice versa, Kazakhstan can serve as a regional hub for Pakistan when it comes to developing cooperation with Eurasian Economic Union, for example. If you gain access to Kazakhstan market, it means that automatically you will have access to Russia, Belarus, Kyrgyzstan, Central Asian countries, so on and so forth. So I mean that it's a win-win situation, and Kazakhstan and Pakistan can complement each other in this term.
That is so great, and yes, it is a win-win situation, especially when it comes to tourism as well, because Pakistan is really beautiful when it comes to, when you talk about Skardu in north. Have you visited the Balochistan and beaches and all such places? Because here, where there is a sea pack route, that area is also very, very beautiful.
3 weeks ago I visited Quetta.
Really?
And I was the first ambassador of Kazakhstan to visit this province.
Wow.
So finally I visited all the provincial capitals of your beautiful country. And what I'm trying to do now is to develop our collaboration at the regional level. It's extremely important, and I see that, for example, Balochistan can play its role in terms of developing cooperation between our countries.
Yes, and Balochistan has a lot of natural resources which we can work on together.
Mining industry is another very interesting area for developing cooperation between our countries, because Kazakhstan has great experience in this area.
Yes.
And we can share our experience, we can help to develop mining industry in Balochistan.
Yes, that's right. And now let's talk about collaboration in tourism specifically, because yes, we are doing a lot of business and trade and oil and all such sectors. Tourism is also a sector which we both are working on.
Yes.
So how do you think we can make more people who have their experience in hospitality industry and all such industries, and we can collaborate, come together and talk about tourism and make ways for each other?
In this term, I see two dimensions. First, we should develop, as I said, direct interaction between our tour operators. They know the things, they don't need our guidance, they don't need our approval, they just have to exchange information, to exchange packages, and that's it. The second dimension is to establish collaboration between our universities, which are, have these tourism departments, and they could exchange information, they could exchange experience, they could, establish collaboration, and finally, through these links, definitely we can develop cooperation in tourism as well.
Yes, you have been staying in Pakistan for like almost 1 year.
Yeah.
So if I ask you, what would you like to say about Discover Pakistan TV and anybody who's watching you or from all over the world about Pakistan?
First of all, Discovery Pakistan is a great channel. This is not my first time when you are hosting me, and really appreciate it. Secondly, when it comes to Pakistan, I must say that the Pakistani nation is extremely hospitable and extremely friendly. So, frankly speaking, before coming to Pakistan, I didn't know what to expect, but now I feel like home,
Yeah.
And I feel and I see that there are so many people, so many friends, brothers and sisters who are willing to develop cooperation with our country. What we need to do, we have to join our hands.
Yes.
And in this term, I believe that seeing is believing. So I always say to my friends, sometimes they ask me question, is it safe, is it okay? I just respond them, you just have to come, you just have to see with your own eyes. And believe me, I organized for the first time 2 business delegations from Kazakhstan.
And you're looking really nice in Pakistani attire.
Thank you so much, thank you. And I invite my friends on regular basis to visit me in Islamabad, and they have completely different perception of your country after visiting Pakistan.
Yes.
Because this is what we need actually. We need to arrange as many mutual visits as we can, because nowadays I see that about Kazakhstan, people here in Pakistan, our dear friends and brothers, not always they know the real situation on the ground.
Yes,
so I welcome my Pakistani brothers to visit Kazakhstan, and I welcome the whole international community to visit Pakistan and to see with their own eyes the beauty of your nature.
Yes, thank you so much, and I'm sure you must be enjoying here your stay,
yes.
and you are making new friends,
sure.
and definitely Discover Pakistan is actually really happy to
Thank
host
you.
you every time when we see each other. Thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. We have His Excellency Mr. Yerzhan Kistafin, Ambassador of the Republic of Kazakhstan to Pakistan, and he shares his insight that how together we develop tourism in both countries. Pakistan is indeed a beautiful country, and he really enjoys his stay here in Pakistan. Keep watching Discover Pakistan. Keep watching Discover Exclusive. This is your host Qureshi signing off from Discover Pakistan.